sa DWIZ. Programang sasaguhin ang iba't ibang isyu at mga balita. Karambola sa DWIZ. Tatalakayin, hihimayin at pagtatalunan ang iba't ibang mga isyu. Karambola sa DWIZ. Programang pwede kang mag-good pero pwede ka rin mas-crash. At ngayon, narito na ang inyong mga karambulista at ang programa Karambola sa DWIZ.
Magandang umaga. Welcome to Karambola. Today is the 21st of August. Di nyo pa pinapalitan yung monitor nyo. Today is the 21st of August. It's a Monday. Mapapanood at mapapakinggan kami sa aming website, dwiz882am.com. Dito maaari niyong i-download ang aming app for iOS or Android para mapakinggan kami via internet or audio. Mapapakinggan at mapapanood din po kami sa aming mga social media accounts, particularly Facebook and YouTube. Join in the conversation. Exciting parate ang comment section namin. But don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. May text time po kami para sa mga nakikinig sa atin sa radyo. 0999-376-6768. Ulitin po natin, 0999-376-6768. Papanood kami sa Digital Free TV, Aliw 23. We're on TV. Sa Sky Cable, we're on Channel 72, Signal Channel 24, TV Plus Channel 27, and GMA For the Box Channel 32. Available din po kami sa ibang digital TV devices and TV receivers. If hindi nyo po makita, just rescan at lilitaw na po ang program sa Aliw 23. Magandang umaga. Ay, birthdays.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Happy birthday muna. Sa ating tech sa Cebu. Uy. Engineer Leowen Mauro.
Cebu, medyo ilang araw kaya bago dumating ang pansit?
At lechon?
Lechon, Cebu, pwede.
Pwede.
Pero I assure you, pag dumating yan, malutong pa rin yung balat. Diba?
Madali, airlift.
Oo, diba? Within the day.
Oo.
Ang birthday ng kuya ko.
Uy.
Sa US.
Ay, happy birthday, kuya.
Happy birthday, Kuya Maya. Raymond Emmanuel Cruz, happy birthday. Di ko na sasabihin kung gaano katanda ka. Although, I will emphasize
Kuya,
that you are older than me. So, yes.
sino matanda, Sandy?
Sandy ang eldest, ang ate. Siya yung ate.
Si Dr. Sandy Hernandez na nandiyan sa Texas.
Yeah.
Hindi mo sasabihin ng edad, tama yan. Alam mo ngayon, merong movie.
Pero alam ko, hindi ko rin sasabihin.
Tayo
Okay.
mga older generation, baby boomers, we are guilty of pranking.
Talaga? We are?
Children, millennials, onward sa Facebook.
Really?
Oo.
How do we do that?
Well-meaning, we post pictures nila ng baby. Ayaw ng mga ano yun.
May date pa.
Huwag mong gagawin.
Kasama yung edad.
Buti na lang, nalaman ko yan.
Ay, oo.
Okay.
Ba, hindi naman ako nagpo-post ng picture.
At
You're
tapos,
pagkain, hindi.
You're not that type actually.
the day before, pinsan ko ay birthday. Happy birthday, JV.
Uy, happy birthday.
Garcia.
But Garcia rin?
Garcia.
Babatiin ko Garcia rin eh. 45th wedding anniversary. 45 years.
Wow.
Dapat binibigyan ng medalya yung mga ganyan couples.
Corona.
Diba? Si Sid and Tricia Garcia. Aming mga kasama sa Rotary.
Happy anniversary.
Ito yung mga magagaling sa mga community service. Yan, yung mag-asawa na yan. Pati sa parish.
Wow.
Ang bisita nga nila, pare eh. Doon sa celebration. 45 years.
That is an achievement.
Binibigyan ng medalya yan.
Alam mo kasi, kaya naalala ko yan. Nung Saturday, umattend ako ng reunion birthday ng classmate ng misis ko. Si Susan Raffles, happy birthday, 60 plus or something. Nagkikwentuhan. Kasi napansin nila kasi pagkain na ako mahilig ako. Pupunta ako sa drinks, hinahainan ko yung misis ko. Kasi nasanay na ako, hindi ko pinatatayo, ako na yung Ngayon yung mga iba, ayaw ng mga lalaking ibang husband kasi nabe-benchmark. Kasi yung ibang mga lalaki, diretso upo na. Tapos sila yung gano'n sabi ko, well, siguro yun ang evolution ng marriage. Well, I say, getting myself in trouble.
Happy August 21.
Happy birthday.
Happy August 21.
Happy August 21.
Well, this is the elephant in the room. Ano po ngayon?
Ano ba ngayon?
August 21.
Teka, bago mag-elephant in the room, fashion update muna.
Ay, naka-sear soccer po na
Soccer pala tawag dito. Okay,
sear
I learned
soccer
something.
You learned yung stripes.
Yes.
Maganda yan pang Amerikana eh.
Ay, yung pang
Ang
shirt.
summer, cotton.
Parang sa
Pero ito po,
Kill a
yung...
Mockingbird yung suot ni Gregory.
Yun.
So you learned something today.
Good morning.
Sear soccer.
Morning.
Yung ganyan po na parang stripes na
Blue and white.
Blue and white.
Pero very informal.
Pang summer wear. Pero naka-bistida po yan. Pero rubber shoes pa rin.
Dahil bakasyon na yan.
Yun ang matindi ron eh. Naka-bistida na rubber shoes.
Yeah.
Kulay pula.
I put your...
Tapos ang buhok niya, Gregoria de Jesus ngayon.
Gregorio de Jesus.
Nakalugay.
Nakalugay.
Kulang mo talaga.
I'm pretty sure she tied her hair when she went into battle.
Okay. That was my contribution. Nakalugay yung...
May rin ako, may dala akong kalamansi. Nag-rescue buy ako sa Rural Rising. Yes, nasa nasa Facebook yan. If you can search it. May marami kasi dahil sa bagyo, they've had to harvest. Tapos maraming, parang bumper crop siya ngayon. So I bought 40 kilos.
Alam mo yan, processing.
Mas mura. Well, ang presyo. Magkano sa per kilo?
I don't know, but I had
40 kilos.
Basta less than
Madaling
less than
itanim yan
about 700 pesos
Hindi maalaga. Hindi maalaga.
700 pesos lang for
Marketing
roughly.
muna, tapos ilipat sa paso. So kahit sa bahay lang, maliit na bahay, pwede kang merong
Meron tayong
kalamansi.
Tusok lang yan.
The fishball.
Talaga, I did
Oh,
not
the
know na
fishball.
madali pala
yan.
itanim. Sige nga, sumasubukan.
Panalo pa lang Spain.
1-0.
Oo.
Masama loob ng England nun.
Siyempre.
Second
Talaga,
time around yata.
Second time around sila.
Ay.
Ang Spain gumagaling sa mga world competition. Maski sa basketball.
Oh, yes.
Ang men's team nila. Di ba? Si Spain, US, lagi naglalaban yan. Kumakasana sa US yan.
Of course, yung ating softballers. Panalo yun. World Cup din yun. At saka yung ating mga sa competition ng songs, dance, etc. 386 medals.
Wow.
Konti lang.
Saan yan?
Pilipinas. Doon sa song and dance competition worldwide, meron.
Ano yan? Yung street dance?
Hindi. Iba-iba.
Song and dance. Okay.
Kaya magaling talaga tayo sa ganyan. Hindi lang natin na ma-maximize kagaya ng Korea.
Hindi sa kanila.
Hindi, ang Korea,
well-funded.
may budget ang gobyerno.
Talagang government yan.
And they send these kids to school.
Yes. Talagang
Tinuturuan ho yan.
na pag-aaralan na mabuti yan. Ganyan naman talaga dapat.
Tsaka package.
Aside
Yung mga singing group dyan, hindi kamukha ng mga singing group, di ba? Magkakasama kayo sa isang lugar or sa ang Beatles. Magkakasama sila sa Liverpool. Magkakabarka na, tapos they form a singing group, band. Or yung Earth, Wind and Fire, magkakasama yan sa isang school. Ganon sila mag-form. Ito hindi, package.
talagang
inassemble yan.
Inassemble yan.
From different society, walk of life and everything. Tapos tinuruan to become a group and become a world brand. Ganon sila mag-package.
Okay.
Pati yung kanilang mga... May budget yan.
So very professional,
yan
very
mga,
well organized.
Subsidized po yung mga Korean telenovela.
Yes.
In
At
case
saka
you're
yung
wondering.
mga K-pop.
Every year may pera sila.
Kompleto.
Kasi they're making up for lost time.
Correct.
Ang Korea ho kasi was colonized by Japan with the blessing of the US. At the turn of the century, umiiyak yung mga Koreano kasi pinaluhod yung emperor.
At that time, yes.
Before the military commander of Japan. Can you imagine the hurt?
Yeah.
Humiliation
yan eh.
The humiliation, di ba?
Matindi ang
Tingnan mo yung ginawa sa Japan. De-deified. Hindi na daw Diyos yung emperor nila.
But that was a mistake.
That was a mistake.
Pero ako, I will jump in naman. Yung sinasabi mo yun na calculating, professional, well-organized na approach ng Korean.
Hindi calculating sa akin yun
Kasi
I
sa atin,
think it's very practical.
Sa atin, natural talent, creativity. Kita mo, yung Apo Hiking Society was born sa basketball court ng Ateneo Grade School, ganyan, no, high school. Yung mga ganun ba?
Ang problema nga sa
basketball natin,
kanya-kanya.
Pero,
hindi pwede yun.
So yan by accident. Ito, they willed it.
Ayaw nila ng chambag-chambag.
They
By
willed
design.
it. By
At saka
design.
may strategy.
May pera pa.
Ayun, may
May
strategy
strategy
din.
sila.
But the intention was noble. They want to propagate Korean culture
yes. All over again.
to the world to announce this is what Korea is all about.
It's all about.
So merong it's not only for the money. Although the money was good.
Yeah.
You know,
But pero mas gusto nila kaya nga pati kanilang tourism well
But
planned
hindi.
dyan.
yan, and that's another aspect.
Korean culture ang center ng kanilang tourism trust. Hindi slogan.
Patriotism yan.
Ganon sila.
Yeah.
And every year may budget. Nakaprograma yan 20 years. Ganon.
Continuing yan.
Kaya galing nila sa entertainment ngayon. Pati yung movie makers nila.
Yes. Ganyan yung ginagawa ngayon.
We're trying to do that. Kunwari yung hashtag Love the Philippines yan. Kita mo,
Slogan?
well-organized,
Sloganeering?
well-funded, nga lang, sumabit lang ng konti dun sa research. Yun lang. Pero,
Well, anyway.
so,
Ngayon pong August 21, ang presidente mismo recognized former Senator Benigno Aquino.
sinabi ni PBBM, asan na ba yun?
Yan daw po ang
Statesman-like talaga.
mahigpit na katunggali ng kanyang ama. Pero pwede niya sabihin na si Ninoy, kung tawagin niya sa mga Kapampangan, is a model for resolve and relentlessness na kailangan daw ng Pilipino. Okay?
Yes.
So, pero ang kanyang message, let's unite. Set aside political differences. Okay? Kung maalala nyo po, yan si Ninoy, nabaril yan sa tarmac. Exactly 40 years ago. 1983. I remember perfect. Do you
I remember where
when
I
you were?
was. I was in Fort Bonifacio.
Ako nasa bahay ng biyanang ko.
Sunday yan, bro eh.
Ito sa Sunday.
Sunday, pero tayo sa business day.
Pero may pasok kami doon.
Ako nasa newsroom ako noon eh.
Nasa newsroom ako. Hindi, pero nung nabalita ako yan, umaga eh.
Yeah.
Ganyan. Pero hindi nyo napansin, ang ano na ngayon, this will eventually become August 21. The way of all other holidays. Yeah, it's a holiday. Let's go out, vacation. Wala na yung mga all the fiery speeches and all that. Eventually, it will gaganon.
Wala rin mga concerts.
It'll be one of those days.
Used to be may street concert.
And even media distinguishes now. Pag sinasabi nilang Ninoy supporters, pag nagsalita, i-identify nila yung Ninoy supporters, say, na ganito si Ninoy. Sila ina-identify nila. Dati hindi.
Para to make it
It's
look
as
like
if everybody agrees na ito si Ninoy.
At least
Ngayon meron ng
acknowledge,
distinction na gano'n.
What I'm seeing also is that there's a more, how do you call this, aggressive, again, push to, against supposedly fake news. Kasi merong mga before na Ninoy not a hero. And before that, Ninoy is a hero.
He's not a hero. Nobody, yung
Nobody has
being a
declared
hero
it,
has to be an official act. Hindi po pwedeng
Ikaw lang mag-declare.
ikaw lang magsabi kung sino man. Hindi po eh. Hindi gano'n. May process yan eh.
Hindi pwedeng pamilya mo yung nagsabi.
Ay, hindi gano'n eh. So, hindi pwede. Kamukha nga yung dineclare si Rizal. Mahaba-habang proseso yun. Nagkaroon pa ng mga public
Huge
discourse.
debates. Yeah. Para, tapos, to this day, people try to pit him against, Andres Bonifacio. Which I think is not a fair, not an equal, debate.
Younger
It's not between
Aquinos,
equals.
uphold Lolo's memory. Ngayon, meron ng gano'n eh. Kung sino yung
Ito nga yung tinatawag natin na distance. Where objectivity, mas nagkakaroon ng objectivity.
40 years ago.
Kasi hindi
Pero
na
hanggang
emotional
ngayon, ang sinasabi ko, we could have solved this. Sino ba talaga?
Wala, hindi.
Ang mastermind.
Hindi umabot sa ganun.
Wala
Because the people who could have given the public closure chose not to.
Why?
Why? Yun na nga.
Yan ang issue. Hanggang ngayon.
To this day, it rages.
Because it will not lead to FM. That's my theory.
Yun nga. Ako din, I think that it...
Kailangan ng killer si FM eh. Hindi.
Or somebody closely related to him.
Therefore, let's forget it.
Yan
Doesn't fit kasi the narrative.
Yan yung mga
Yun ang yung aking teorya lang yun.
Tama yun. Yan yung mga... Marami tayong ganun na walang closure eh. Kaya tayo nagkakaproblema kuminsan because every there are certain periods, times na biglang balik kasi nagkaroon ng kagaya ng tungkol dito sa West Philippine Sea, South China Sea issues. Walang mga closures ng mga iba din.
Wala pa rin.
Wala.
Meron nga kwento, ang nagkwento sa akin si Tara Singh. Who was my good friend, compadre. And covering Malacanang for the longest time.
At that time.
Sikat na sikat yan.
Ng elder statesman na reporter sa Business Day noon.
One of our drinking sprees. Siyempre, you say deep secrets.
Okay.
In vino veritas.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
So sinabi niya sa akin, for a fact, at witness siya, may sakit si FM noon.
At that time, yes, definitely.
Nung ginawa yan, he was out.
So how could he have...
Nung nakabalik na siya and everything, at nalaman niya yung nangyari, meron daw binato ng ashtray sa galit. Doon sa loob mismo ng office, binato niya
He
ng
was
ashtray.
there nung nagkabatuhan na.
Nagkabatuhan na ashtray.
Si FM lang.
Si FM ang bato. Binato niya ng ashtray nung. Kasi, for the longest time, ayaw niya nga may mangyari dyan eh.
Correct. Because he knew the consequence of that.
Also, they used to be friends. Fraternity brothers.
As a matter of fact,
meron ties that bind them.
The original idea was for him to just go back to Port Bonifacio.
Correct.
And then, yun nga yung
may kausap na sila
nagpaalam sa Amerika, si Ninoy, against the advice
of everybody,
pumayag siya. There's a soft spot in the man on that score. So, huwag na natin pong na evil and everything, all that. So, ayaw niya yan. Yun nangyari kay Ninoy. Kaya nga bato ng ashtray.
Kasi,
but nobody ever told that. Lahat ng accounts, iniisip.
Siyempre, wala na yun. Yun na yun. Because it had to lead to FM. And FM's group. Kaya kailangan yun eh.
I think that since then, medyo maliit pa rin yung improvements natin, yung development natin as a people. We still like the black and whites.
Ito yung tanong ko
this is evil,
bakit
this person is
naninigarilyo
evil.
ba si FM but may ashtray?
Good one.
There's always an ashtray daw anywhere in... parang part of the deck.
I thought he didn't.
Crystal na medyo maganda, parang gano'n.
Baka bakarat pa.
I don't know if he used to indulge in tobacco or cigar.
Hindi. Never.
Kasi may mga photo siya dati na, kunwari, nagsisigar siguro. Kasi just to promote the Philippines.
Siyempre, Ilocos.
Tobacco industry.
Tobacco industry, something like that.
Pero kung makikita mo, untold story yung mga ganyan, sinasabi ni Natara at lahat. And then, at the same time, makikita mo rin yung non-closure. Why? Palaging ganun issue yun eh. Why was there no closure? When there was already a clamor for that. Because ang dami ng
several times.
Ang dami ng effort. There was the Agraba Commission, there was the Congress, all the...
And then after
that, the administrations after.
Nung for release na yung tatlo, yung gunmen, Ilang beses nag-offer sila ng wala nang hiningi. Just to tell the story, yung alam nila, ready na daw sila magsabi. And then hindi ka papansinin, president after president. Bakit?
Ngayon, merong report po, bakit daw yung National Historical Commission of the Philippines, NHCP, wala sa kanilang official...
Wala sila sa calendar.
Official calendar.
81. Kailan nangyari? 81?
83, 40 years ago.
83.
81 nilift yung martial law.
Yes.
Okay,
And then,
so 83.
nililink po yan kasi under the office of the president daw yan. NHCP.
Wala pang 50 years.
Sino ba in charge ng NHCP? Wala pa 50 years.
Wala pa yatang na-appoint. May na-appoint
It's
na
still,
ba?
it's a holdover office. Officer.
Yeah.
Pero noon pong kay under President Rodrigo Duterte, this was what? 6 years ago? 7 years ago. Yung pong NHCP, ipinangalan ng Presidente, executive order yan, na ex-officio chairman ng EDSA People Power Commission. Meron po talagang EDSA People Power Commission.
Pa rin.
But this is separate and distinct from August 21. Yung pong EDSA People Power kasi, commission
February,
yan. Sa February yan eh. So, parang walang ano yun. Parang magkaibang. So, hinahanap po ngayon yung August 21. Ninoy Aquino death. Pero sa Makati, meron na siya rebulto eh. Doon sa kanto ng Paseo at saka ng Ayala, yung nasa hagdan. Pangit nga na execution nun, pero pagtyagaan na natin, kasi nandyan na yan. Diba? Well, according to the press release at that time, when it was unveiled, to remember daw the martyrdom of Ninoy.
Saan nakalagay yan? Is that an
Sa
official?
kanto
Sa
ng...
kanto.
Pero that's
Bumababa na
private.
hagdan.
That's
Oo,
private.
bumababa na
Oh yeah, I
hagdan.
remember this. Is it still there?
It's a... I don't know.
Di ba nilipat? Nilipat na yun.
Ginawa ng building ba yun?
Real estate.
So, the hero can... The concept of being a hero can...
It's also temporary.
Pwedeng...
That's why the rule is, before you consider declaring anybody a hero, you have to have the distance of time. So, parang ganito, we had an opportunity to examine yung events, the people involved in those events, and make keep re-evaluating. One, significant ba yun? Ako, significant yun because it created a change in administration. Nagbago yung narrative natin and so on.
It did a lot of changes.
It did a lot. Oh yes, changes. The most objective thing to say. Significant in that sense. Pero ang sa akin kasi is nagamit nila yung fairy tale approach to election to elections. Like somebody is good and the other one is bad. So yung demonization of whoever doesn't serve us We have to evaluate people based on the fact that they're human. They have weaknesses, they will make mistakes. But at the same time, you weigh that against accomplishments.
Some people would argue na si Ninoy had to come home dahil sa economic crisis at that time. Pag wala siya sa bakbakan, alam niya na magkakaroon ng movement against FM because of the economic crisis. Yung economic crisis na yun brought about by the Latin America debt crisis.
Okay.
Paanong napasama ang Pilipinas doon? Hanggang ngayon, di pa rin napapaliwanag maintindihan. Okay? At that time. But previous to that, FM was making noises about the US bases. So may mga teorya sa mga banking and everything. Kasi malaki, mali rin naman tayo, malaki yung ating short-term debts. Ang dali-dali niyan Kasi yung mga short-term debts, madaling mag-mature. Pag na-mature yan, roll over. Nung tinigil yung roll over, may problema tayo ng mga foreign banks. Pero at that time, no maraming petrodollars, if you go back to histories, in the 70s, ang daming petrodollars.
Awash. The world was awash with that.
So, the US banks, ang pinagpuntahan niya mga petrodollars na yan. Anong gagawin ng US bank sa petrodollars?
I-push nila for loan.
Kakatukin ka para umutang.
Correct.
So, they poured a lot of money in Latin America. Pero
other
hindi
countries.
kasi laki ang sa atin. And yet, nakapasama tayo. Takang-taka ako dun eh. Debt crisis ngayon, we were under the control of the West for the long time.
Yeah.
Because of the debt
IMF,
crisis.
etc.
Okay.
Noong nagkaroon ng debt crisis po, tigil lahat ng foreign transaction natin. Para makabili ka nun ng gatas. Imported lahat ng gatas na infant formula. Grabe.
At saka pushed ang formula as opposed
Raw
to-
materials, hirap. Ganon eh. Kaya nagkaroon ng central bank, Binondo Central Bank. And everything to prioritize.
Yung 1983 na yan, that was the start of the renegotiation sa US basis.
Ay, oo nga.
Pero 81 kasi yung debt moratorium eh. Yung lahat yung ano. So after
Kaya,
2 years, talagang gulo na.
Okay. Magbabalik ang Karambola. Oras natin, 8:32 ng umaga.
Balikan natin ang ating mga karambulista at ang programa Karambola sa DWIZ.
Magbabalik ang Karambola. Kasama pa rin sa impilan, Conrad Banal, Jonathan De La Cruz, Joel Laksamana. Ako po si Trixie Cruz Angeles. Aray ko.
So, pare, 10 billion less
Ang?
budget ng Department of Health for next year. Sabi ni, ito ang nilabas po ni Deputy Speaker Ralph Recto. Ang NEP, National Expenditure Program, umaabot sa halos 5.8 trillion pesos. Ang inibinigay sa Department of Health ay 199 billion. Nabawasan daw po ng 10 billion. Okay? Ang sinasabi, pero pinalaki yung budget for the cancer.
Okay. Pinalaki.
Mas malaki yung budget for the cancer program
Okay.
ng Department of Health. Alam naman natin dyan nagkaroon ng kalokohan, di ba, sa cancer.
Talaga?
Yung hindi nyo naaalala yun, yung
Yung mismo na expert at saka siyang working group head.
siya ang expert on cancer program and everything. Inetsapuera siya dun sa bidding or devising the program. At ang binili nila, yung mamahalin na gamot.
Oo nga pala.
Okay.
Yes.
Kapag dinagdagan mo yung budget for cancer program, ay ibig sabihin ba niyan, bibili ng mas mahal na gamot?
Ano daw?
Hindi, so yun. At the same time, ano bang in terms of diseases?
Hindi ko alam kung cancer ang talaga number one na problem natin dito eh.
In terms of diseases.
But we're in the top. That's in the top 3.
But you cannot cure cancer. That's the problem.
Ang ginawa ni
You cannot even prevent
the
it.
reason it was in the budget was because ni-recognize, di ba ang PhilHealth kasi, disease of the month sila, parang ganon.
Favor of the month.
Kasi yun yung context was PhilHealth. Na may cataracts, pinagtutuunan ng pansin, dialysis.
Bakit
and
hindi
we're not
TB?
saying, TB has a separate program.
Pero mas malaki yung sa cancer. Tinaasan.
Because before that, there was none. So, sinasabi ni Pangulo, napaka-prevalent. Tatlo yon, heart disease,
Okay.
cancer, and there's one other. So, ang sabi niya, before that, yung President's Discretionary Fund, nagbibigay siya para dun sa mga nagkikimo and so on. So, there were pilot hospitals dyan sa East Ave and so on. So, he asked, at sinabi niya, bigyan nyo naman ng pansin ng cancer because it is one of the top killers in the country pero hindi masyadong napapansin ng PhilHealth.
napapansin, okay.
So binigyan ng ng
May cancer
direktiba.
institute
Oo.
actually, dyan sa PGS, they're going to set up a hospital for that purpose.
So,
Na
kaya
cancer.
lang, yun na nga, given the directive of the President at the time, may nanamantala.
Hindi pa. Iwa-work
$2 billion daw ang ilalagay dyan sa cancer.
Yes.
I don't know ilan ang masisave nito.
Magkakaroon kasi ng parang dyan sa PGH. I think that's more of the
Ang PGH privatized yung cancer ward.
maglalagay. Pero dadagdagan sila. Dadagdagan sila ng
Karamihan niya sa 2 billion na yan, mapupunta yan sa purchase of medication.
Ang gamot. Kasi we
Napakamahal
kailangan
po ng
pansinin,
gamot sa cancer.
Hindi na, pag early intervention kasi, it's important na merong mga cancers talaga you will survive. If early detection and early yung pag-treat or pag-address sa kanya.
Well, sabi ng mga doktor kasi, napakahuli o napaka-backward ng ating cancer program. Sa ibang bayan po, meron na silang mga ibang techniques.
Yeah.
Sa atin, hanggang ngayon, yung pa rin chemotherapy.
It's still part of the it's still part of the therapy
there are
for
other
that.
ways for different cancers to cure. Early detection, mga ganon, and then like yung sa Taiwan, yung fini-freeze yung cancer cells. Okay?
Meron pang mga later studies.
May mga ganon So tayo huling-huli tayo.
That's why we send our doctors abroad, di ba? That's why most of our doctors to specialize but they study abroad.
Ang kikita rito, Big Pharma, tingin ko. Wala naman tayong cure. Wala tayong research. Wala tayong
I think that's why. That's why si Presidente Duterte wanted to pay attention to that. And also to empower yung mga pasyente. Kasi most of the time, pagka na-diagnose sila, isipin nila that it's a death sentence. No, it's not necessary. Pero it's to encourage. It's to encourage people to get treated early, to go to the hospital early. Kasi sasabihin doon, may pondo naman. Yun yung ni Presidente Duterte. Huwag kayong mag-intay. May pondo dyan. Pumunta kayo sa ospital. Magpatingin kayo para may early detection. And early detection will also help us, in turn, yung doctors natin, to be more, to be able to address all of these issues. The more often they'll be able to address early detection, then we can also encourage it further. It doesn't need to be a death sentence.
The original idea behind yung pagbababa ng mga ng budget ng Department of Health is because una-una wala yung COVID response na budget natin binawasan na yan, and then they want PhilHealth to be more efficient in terms of participation in the health services program. So how that can be done is one thing that we should look into.
But there's another factor, Jonathan. Ang ilalagay po sa medicine purchases next year, 28 billion.
Sa medicines.
28 billion for medicines.
Sana government lang.
Tuwa-tuwa ang mga big pharma dito.
Totoo yan. May guaranteed sila.
Pero binawasan yung budget ng health. Ba't hindi bawasan yung budget sa medicine at bigay sa LGU?
Kanina nila ibibigay yung sino mag-administer ng
yun na nga. Yan ang problema
purchases.
dyan. Yan ang problema.
Is it the Department of Health or what?
Depende sa labi ng big pharma.
It's almost always the DOH.
Kasi pwede rin kasi magbigay ang PhilHealth ng medicines. Pwede rin magbigay yung ibang mga, unless they're going to give that to the LGUs, local hospitals.
Ang mababawasan po ng 10 billion, yung reduction ng budget ng health. The entire 10 billion reduction in the budget of the Department of Health, babawas po yan doon sa Medical Assistance for Indigent Fund.
Okay.
May fund po na yan ang Department of Health. At yung fund na yun, bumubunot sila doon para tulungan yung mga kapos na kapos. Pag nagkasakit. Yung pong entire na 10 billion na ibabawas sa DOH na bagsak, doon kukunin tatanggalan ng 10 billion yung fund na yun.
Oo. Ngayon, that's the other thing.
Paano yan?
Hindi. The other thing kasi is, you must understand, meron na mga malasakit is not going to go to the malasakit centers. Yun mga ganun eh. There are certain items na binagbabago precisely because of the introduction of new laws that are going to support the health services. So, you have to take a look at all of the health-related units or agencies in government that's going to handle itong health
Kasi
service.
po, yung indigent fund na yan, kumukuha dyan yung mga specialized hospitals. Dyan sila kumukuha ng fund. Para gamutin yung mga walang pera na pumupunta sa hospital na yan.
Kaya nga, is it going to go to the Malasakit Center? Are we going to have a center?
Walang. Binawas lang yon and it's not going anywhere. Binawas lang.
No, it has to go somewhere, pare. It will go somewhere.
No, kasi yung budget nila for...
But not to the Department of Health.
Yeah,
It is going somewhere. So, we have to find out where it is.
Ang budget kasi ng health, babagsak sa almost 200 billion from almost 210.
Okay. So,
Tinanggal yung 10 billion sa Department of Health. Yung 10 billion na yun, entirely kukunin doon sa indigent fund. Yung indigent fund na yun, yan po kumukuha yung mga specialized hospitals para magamot yung mga kapos na kapos. Okay, heart center, lung center, kidney center, children's hospital, yan. Diyan po sila kumukuha. Kaya nga, ang sinasabi ngayon ng mga congressman, hindi i-post natin yan. Huwag natin tanggalin. Unless they do that, nasa kongreso naman yun.
No, that is why they have to ask tinanggal ninyo dito. Saan nyo nilagay?
Yun.
Kasi baka nilagay nyo somewhere. Dapat tanungin nila yung DBM. Ba't nyo tinanggal yan? Inilalagay ba ninyo to another health service unit in another branch of government? Diba? Ganon yun. Inilagay ba ninyo yan sa Malasakit Center? Inilagay ba ninyo yan sa mga eskwela? Ibibigay kung saan?
Hindi ba pwedeng tinanggal lang purely for fiscal
to reduce the budget.
Reduce debt service burden.
No.
Bureaucracy.
The budget is already set, meaning 5-point-something trillion na yan. Magbawas-bawas ka dyan, it will still be 5-point-something trillion.
Okay.
So it will be reallocated somewhere. So they have to find out where is it going to be allocated. Tinanggal nyo itong 10 billion, saan nyo nilagay yun? Yun ang dapat na tanong sa kanila.
Hindi nga sigurado mapupunta sa Malasakit Center Ang kulit nyo Mali daw ako
Sa LG.
Ang sinasabi ko rito, tinanggalan yung health na gustong ibalik ng mga congressman. Kung saan mapupunta yan, wala akong pakialam doon.
Hindi pa
Hindi
natin
pa
alam.
natin alam.
Hindi natin alam.
Okay?
Kasi, ano pa lang yan floating in the ether.
It's
Naku naman. Aga-aga nyo
kung saan nilalagay, aalamin pa yan.
Bakit tatanggalan ng 10 billion ng health?
Yes.
Yun ang sinasabi ko dito.
Yes.
Kung saan man ilalagay yan,
Hindi pa natin alam.
di kumuha kayo sa iba, wag sa health.
Yan ang point.
Okay.
That is the point.
Okay. Are we still on health? Kasi
Yes.
if we're still on budget, 80% tinanggal sa DOT.
Really?
Not kidding. Most of it is dun sa tourism roads. In tourism.
Sa Tiesa?
No.
Hindi, tourism roads.
Meron kasing
Merong
allocation,
budget yan, tourism,
meron kasing allocation
Infra?
na specifically for so-called tourism roads. Kung saan pupunta. Halimbawa, identify mo na itong falls na ito is one tourist destination. So you have to
Ito yung
work out a road.
She asked for si SEC asked for 15 billion, 15.3 billion. Dun sa 15.3 billion and 8 billion is yung Tourism Road Infrastructure Program. Which for me is really? Anyway, tinanggal lang siya sa DOT.
Yes.
It's still with the DPWH.
It's floating.
Meaning, DOT no
tuloy yung
longer has.
project.
Yes.
Hindi DOT hahawak.
Because this project has been there for like, matagal na to eh. Kasi kahit nung, I think it started with GMA. So, hindi pa siya tapos. Marami pang roads na kailangan gawin. Kasi some of them, we actually stopped. Kasi nilagay nila yung tourism national highway to run over certain historical and cultural sites which could have been used as part of your tourism program. So, meron kaming mga pinatigil doon. So, but the others, it will remain with the DPWH.
Yan.
Ano yan?
2 billion na lang daw halos yung budget.
No, the DOT will still be identifying.
Yes.
Naka-earmark pa rin yun.
Nakaano pa rin siya and it will be related pa rin sa tourism.
Di saan napupunta yung
Yun na nga, yun ang tanong na
But the budget will not be with DOT.
Oh.
In other words, ang control na dito is the DPWH.
na lang sila ng gusto.
Pero may
Intensified coordination.
Di ba yung travel tax sa kanila napupunta?
Yes.
Not
Chiesa.
on top of the
Not-
budget.
Not the DOT. It goes to Chiesa.
Who controls Chiesa? The DOT.
In part, yes.
The chairman.
So, yung
Where they make bathrooms.
malaki po yun.
Malaki kasi
Malaki yun eh.
10% goes to NCCA,
Lalo na
another
kung-
percentage
malaki yun kung
goes to
lalaki
CHED.
ang-
Lalo na kung makukolekta.
Tourist, una-una, malaki yun kung dadami ang tourist.
Tourist. At kung makukolekta.
Kung kukolektahin. Yan ang...
Ang nangongolekta po niyan, mga airlines.
Pero tourists
Nagkaroon na nga ng controversy
from the
dyan.
Philippines,
Dahil doon sa kwentahan nila ng airlines at ng DOT, nagkagulo yan. Maraming palusot. Yan.
daming naliligaw dyan. If there's time to investigate, there is something like an allocation per airline of something like $1, the equivalent of $1 per passenger, that is supposed to be like a subsidy for airport, immigrations, and customs. This is a standard charge all over the world. When Mar Rojas was the DOT secretary,
Was he ever?
Yes.
yeah, DOTR, sorry.
DOTR.
At the time, it was still DOTC secretary. When he was the DOTC secretary, that fund, because it goes into a fund to be divided by the 3 agencies, disappeared
Wow.
from the books.
Disappeared?
Well, nobody knows.
Parang David Copperfield?
But the airlines
magic?
continue to charge that. So it needs further investigation. We don't know if the current officials are aware of it or if they're using it or if they continued whatever practice Secretary Rojas was doing then. But something, it needs to be looked at.
Meron daw pong bagong programa si Secretary Frasco.
Akala ko si Pascual kasi nagsalita na naman.
Hindi, wala yun. Punta natin.
May press release. May picture, with picture.
It's his PR team hard at work.
Yung
At saka alam mo, press release, yung wording ito lang, yung lead kasi, so and so, DTI secretary, back, yun, he was backing something, whatever. So isipin mo yung verb pa lang, patay na tayo eh.
So he's not actually doing anything.
No, he
he's
was
just,
backing something.
kumbaga, he's the cheerleader
Sabi ng
for
mga
particular program.
kausap ko mga editors just over the weekend. Sinabi ko sa kanila, alam mo, ang lakas ng PR ni Pascual.
Ni Chalex.
May team yan. 5 PR ata. Minimum.
Hindi, isa lang pero malaki yung team.
Malaki yung team, di ba? Yun na nga, yung member ng team niya, ang laki. Sabi niya, really? Sabi ni Edith, ba't hindi nila ako nakakausap? Sabi ko, yun ang problema nila. Di ba? Hindi nila alam kung sino ang dapat na pindutin to get the good coverage. Di? Basta sa kanila, blast. Just blast it.
They have a single strategy. Blast lang.
Blast it and
Blast with regalas.
Editors ba kausap mo?
Editors.
Patay yung editors, reporters na yan.
Hindi yun nga eh. Nung sinabi niya raw yung mag-diet na lang kayo, instead of eating rice,
Grabe yun.
hindi, harap ng mga reporter. It was a breakfast club.
Okay.
So mga reporter, afterwards, umalis na siya, sabi ng mga reporter, Mahina pala yun. Ano yung diet? Mga
Program.
reporter to, ha? Oh. Diet para makaiwas tayo sa problema ng bigas. And then I heard another solution na nakakatawa eh.
Sa kanya rin.
Magic solution. Hindi, I think it's the economic team. Ganito ang gagawin nila. Kasi po, yung bigas, nakaka-contribute sa inflation. Pag tumaas yung presyo ng bigas, taas na inflation rate natin. Kasi ang lakas ng weight ng bigas
Of course.
sa food.
Oh.
And the inflation basket. Which is a good representation of reality to me because talagang malakas po tayo kumain ng bigas. Yung mga construction worker, gabundok yung bigas. Kahit konti lang ulam. Tsaka sabaw lang. Ganyan ako kumain nun eh.
So what did he say exactly? And what was the
Sabi
context?
ganito daw, ganito ang mangyayari sa bigas.
Economic team ito, ha? This is the economic
Tinitignan
team.
nila kung pwedeng bawasan na yung weight sa inflation. When you compute the inflation ng bigas. Kasi hindi na raw kumakain ng bigas ang Pilipino.
Kamote na.
Marami na raw nagdaday, mga ganon. So the solution to the rice problem
Is
is statistics. Why do you need a bright picture ng inflation para bida kayo? Napababa namin inflation. Pero statistics mo lang na-solve.
Nayari yung iba.
Okay? That's not solving the problem.
That's the problem when you don't actually see people.
Ganyan din yung nangyari.
That's not solving the problem. Mataas pa rin ang presyo ng bigas.
Nagugutom pa rin ang mga tao.
Nagugutom pa rin ang mga tao, pero konti lang ang effect sa inflation.
Kasi
Is that
konti
the
lang.
representation of reality?
Kasi konti lang yung effect sa kanila.
Ganyan din ang nangyari. And I think it's continuing dun sa definition ng employment and underemployment.
Precisely.
Ganyan din yan.
Ganyan
Exactly the same.
Binago
yung
ang
definition.
So bumaba ang unemployment.
You know, words like those that he uses can cause revolutions. Ano ba? Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake.
Ayan.
So yan yung...
So yun,
sa advertising.
So ano to? Let them diet.
Yan ang pinag-uusapan daw. I heard from
reliable
very
sources.
insider.
Oh.
Meron akong
Kinabahan ako doon.
bulungan mamaya.
So our team is statistics-driven.
Oh.
Pati GDP is statistics-driven.
This may be true, ha? Kasi itong si Dennis Mapa, yung Director General ng PSA, nagkamali na eh. Nagkamali na siya. He
Bakit?
came out with some statistics about 2 or 3 months ago. Tungkol sa nag-away nga sila ng Department of Agriculture tungkol sa importation.
Minilabas kasi siya so much of our importation of agriculture ang
Meron siyang gano'n.
70% nagalit yung DA.
Oo, nagalit yung DA. Kasi sila lumabas eh. 70% daw
ng ating agriculture needs imported.
Imported.
70%.
Hindi lang siya.
Masyado naman kayong honest.
Sila Joey Salceda kung ilang million kilos.
Ginamit din ni Joey.
Si Joey, meron siya sariling research team. At sinabi niya, so many million kilos.
Ang imported.
1 million import.
At nangyari na nga yung punto na because we're so dependent on
And what I heard,
importation.
ang totoong gusto ni BBM sa agriculture ay si Arsenio Balisacan. Si Arsenio Balisacan po, graduate ng Mariano Marcos University. Which specializes in agriculture. Napakagaling po niya university na yan. Tapos, nag-aral siya sa UP Los Baños, which is another school that's very good in agriculture.
Thank you.
And ang kanya pong talagang master and everything ay agriculture. Doon siya gusto ilagay.
So agriculturist talaga.
Agricultural economics siya.
And then, saan siya nilagay?
Ito ang word na nakuha ko. Natakot daw.
Siyempre.
Sindikato.
Yayariin siya.
Totoo.
Natakot siya.
Understandably so.
He will be asked to rely on statistics rather than production.
Ano yun? Makakain mo ba yung statistics? Anak ng toko
Kaya
naman.
mangyayari dyan. Actually, yan ang problem. Actually, kaya nga, di
Eh,
ba?
kahit chismis siya, naniniwala ako. Dahil ang ganda nung explanation agriculturist ang talagang master. Agriculture economy ang talagang master niyan. Si Secretary Balisacan.
Actually, that is actually, dyan nagkakatalo sa ngayon. Yung statistics nga.
Statistics.
Each and every agency may problema. Each and every agency.
Sa statistics.
Drivers.
So how do you make good decisions?
Kung yung niyayari mo, it's not in accord with reality. Kagaya ngayon, just to give you an example.
Bakit gusto nilang maganda statistics? Wala naman silang bonus.
Kagaya ngayon. Hindi, kagaya ngayon.
Ano ba yan?
Sinasabi nila, ang daming na yung bike lane dyan dito sa ngayon. Kailangan hindi na pwedeng pumasok doon ang motorsiklo. Anong basis nun? Anong basis nung ganon? Kaya sa mo ngayon ilalagay yung mga motorsiklo. Nagkalat
sa bangketa.
Nagkalat na sila sa yung ganong klase.
Ang tawag sa strategy ganyan ay truth well told.
Pagkatapos ito pa. Kaya ito yung land bank at saka
Statistics din yan, pare.
din yan.
Para yung labas na statistics dyan.
Ito ang
so much
Lies.
ito yung nailaw namin sa ganito.
Ayan. GSIS, ganyan
Ganyan din. Si Sumo.
So, basically, this is window dressing.
Ay, huwag naman ganun. Sakit naman.
Attorney, I never thought you can be that cruel. My God.
Ba't naman ganun?
Sige, while I'm being cruel, magbabalik ang Karambola. Oras natin, 9 o'clock na umaga.
Karambola sa DWIZ.